It is an honor for me to be here with you as we continue to reaffirm our commitment to address the critical concern of gender and sexual-based violence in this country. This is an issue at the core of our peace, stability, and development as a nation. We live in a country that emerged from a struggle. The burning desire for the right of self-determination, dignity, equality, and justice was the light and guides us towards our liberation and eventually our independence. Because of this history that has been stained by inequality and injustice, we must continue to protect the right that so many have paid the ultimate price to achieve. We as the government, we have a duty to empower our citizens by ensuring that they have access to justice, that they can challenge unfair practices, and that they can hold those in power accountable for their actions. These are just few of the fundamental rights that our citizens are entitled to. The extent to which we as a society tolerate gender inequality will ultimately reflect upon the health and well-being of our nation as a whole. Although it may be a complex subject to approach, particularly here in South Sudan, as a chairperson of the Gender and Youth Cluster, I pledge to work hard to see to it that those who harm and abuse others are brought to justice. The inauguration of this gender-based violence and juvenile court in December 2020 was a significant milestone in achieving this. This court not only facilitates access to justice for survivors, it also safeguards individual liberty, privacy, security, and human rights dignity. I hope that by visiting this court today, we can highlight the strength of this institution and elevate public confidence in our judicial process, especially among women and girls. However, gender-based violence is not only a legal matter, it is also socio-political in nature and requires the attention of healthcare providers, law enforcement agencies, community leaders, and elders working in close collaboration with the justice system. I wanted to repeat this paragraph. I wanted to repeat so that it sinks down into our mind, because standing and steaming under this sun should not go in vain. However, gender-based violence is not only a legal matter. South Sudan has not realized this. It's one of the pandemic before coronavirus came, because people take it as something small because it is being committed against the women. If it was committed against the men, they have said long time ago, so that they resolve this issue. It is not an easy issue. It is not. When your wife is taken by somebody, you become very furious and angry. Why are you doing it unto others? I often say in this country, we are all traumatized, including myself. We suffer from unhealed generations of trauma brought about by conflict and the deep sorrow of loss. As a result, we are at each other's throats because we have not been able to face each other with truth and forgiveness. Trauma is like a wound that will only intensify in both pain and consequences if left untreated. Since I came to the office as your Vice President, my staff and I have regularly been taken through stress management and copying presentations. We learn about the definitions, the causes, and the different types of stress from counselors who is here with us today, and the other one has trouble for his personal issues, because we regularly consult them, because even when I go for treatment and come back, I consult the trauma counselor, because this is how trauma comes and accumulates. This presentation have helped my staff and even myself to feel more relaxed, confident, and able to respond effectively to issues in the work environment. Integrating these types of mental health, the psychosocial support in GBV, prevention and responses is key. Finally, it is the courage and strength of the survivors that drives this cause forward. We must therefore continue to make it a priority to create safe space for women, girls, and all survivors to come forward and report their cases. I wanted to say here also the men who are shy to come forward, and if you are abused by your wife, you come forward. And if you are shy and you not come, you will not blame us. You blame yourself. Why are you shy when you are being abused by a human being? Come forward. Together with our partners, we have made advances in ensuring that access to justice is reality for the vulnerable in our society. But there is still more that must be done. I continue to dream about a society free from sexual and gender-based violence, where women and girls can live free from discrimination and inequality. However, in order for this dream to come true, we must all continue to reaffirm our commitment to this issue. We also need to help our court, and we need also to help our law enforcement agencies, so that if we as citizens have seen any crime being committed, we should report it to the police. We are brothers and sisters keepers. We should do that. And I was so happy when our Lordship Chief Justice anchored this into the Bible. I think it has gone to our mind better, because when he took us back. But if you talk about Madam Rebecca, you talk about this woman, and these women, they're loose. They don't stay in their homes. Even if I don't stay in my house, even if I'm a street girl or a street woman, I have a human right to be protected. Because this is my country, as my young musician was talking here in his song. This is our country altogether. Don't think South Sudan will be inhabited by all angels. It doesn't work like that. Even in heaven, during the creation, there was serpents, as Chief Justice was saying before. The devil was there. So there is devil also in South Sudan. We are not all angels. So let us be our sisters and brothers keepers. South Sudan will become a better place if we do that. I am inspired by the work of my colleagues in government, our partners, and all those who are working institutionally and personally to stand against gender-based violence. I really thank the Embassy of Kingdom of Netherlands, even the EU, the UNDP, all the UN agencies who are supporting us and supporting the ministry. I'm really very proud of what you are doing. And I said last year that I will be knocking at your door until my hand hurts me. I will be knocking at all the doors because my Bible tells me, you knock and it shall be open. You ask and you will be given. So until I'm given, until it is open, I will not leave you. May we all remain strong and united in the face of this social menace. Thank you all for your attendance and for your attendance and attention. Long live South Sudan. Long live leadership of South Sudan. Long live people of South Sudan. Thank you very much. God bless you for listening.